Questions are being raised about the safety of a pedestrian crossing in Inglewood, where 7-year-old Emma Warren was killed last month while making her way home from school. An online petition, which has so far been signed by 3,500 people, is calling for the new Plymouth District Council, Inglewood is just south of New Plymouth, of course, to move the crossing. Our Taranaki reporter Robin Martin has more.
Emma Warren was cycling home from school on September the 27th when she was involved in an accident with a truck. The outgoing youngster, who loved teddy bears, died at the scene. Family friend Adam Fennick, who set up the petition, says there have been warnings about the crossing in the past.
I had a lady message me who, in '92, when I think she said she was 9, she got hit on that crossing and survived, obviously, and it wasn't moved. They tried at that point. I don't know what avenues they tried, but they tried at that point. It wasn't moved, and here we are, you know.
The crossing at the intersection of Miro Street and Rata Street, which is part of State Highway 3, is little more than a metre from the main road and has no humps or raised curbing. Mr Fennick says even if it's not directly implicated in Emma's death, it is a hazard and should go.
It's not about whether that was the actual cause of it, but it's definitely not helping. There's a lot of things to watch at that corner for a start, especially in the truck. You've got added things like blind spots and things like that. You've got high fences, trees, poles in the way, a main road, traffic, pedestrian crossing.
Mr Fennick says ironically, if the crossing had raised curbing, it would have to be set back at least 5 metres from the intersection. No one in Inglewood today had a good word to say about the crossing. Hayley McLeeman, who was out with youngsters Jade and Blake, says it's poorly designed.
It's extremely close to the main road, with all the big trucks coming past and stuff. It'd be better if it was moved back maybe, to that bowling bit. It's quite upsetting, really. Drive past it and the kids ask questions and you've got to kind of explain it nicely. Dog walker Becca Cunningham had a similar point of view.
Obviously, probably most people, it's far too close to the main road. It's only, 1.5 metres of something between the crossing and the main road, and it's just too close for safety, I think.
And have you heard of issues at this place before?
No, to be honest, but I've always thought something's going to happen.
Ms Cunningham says the solution is easy.
Either taken away completely or moved further up the road. There's another crossing maybe 150, 200 metres up there, which is too far if you're crossing the road here, but this one's too close, so it needs moving just further away.
Mr Fennick says Emma's parents, Sean and Karen, support the petition, which is targeting 10,000 signatures.
If we can get that that crossing moved, then something, if positive is the right word to use, so something positive has come out of the situation. The family have said if this stops one more kid getting hurt or killed, then it's a good thing.
In a statement, the council says it is installing temporary barriers at the crossing to slow pedestrian traffic and conducting a safety audit with the transport agency. The police are also investigating the accident. The council says following these inquiries, a decision will be made on whether permanent changes are required. It says the Miro Street crossing has been in place for 30 years and the incident which took Emma Warren's life is the first crossing-related accident in the last 10 years. In Taranaki for Checkpoint, ko Robin Martin tēnei.